Hello and welcome back to Haven and Hearth. I was just on doing a little bit of maintenance and decided to go ahead and start because today is the final day of fall in game. And we have a beehive that has shown up on one of the trees that is actually inside our little base here. As you can see, I got a couple of dead chickens because I was just kind of doing that sort of maintenance stuff. Five of these boughs that we have from one of the older trees should serve us nicely. Let's see about getting this thing built, if I can. I don't know if I actually have the thing. Do I have the right skill? That becomes the question. Cheese making, I must, maybe? Let's see, what do I got? Baking, beekeeping, I have the skill. So that means I just need to find the correct item. Let's see here. Logistics, no. Houses and buildings, definitely not. Furnaces, I already checked that. Not you. Where is it? Is it a utility? No. Not this either. Somewhere in here, there is a thing that lets us get these bees safely. Give me just a minute to find it, and we will get it set up. Alright, so I have found it. It's under Adventure, that's why I was having trouble with it. Under Smoke and Fire, Bow Pyre. And we're going to put this right here. Okay, I only need 4. That's fine. Let's see, I should be able to grab some branches from this, right? Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and get the fire going. So this is going to just be a simple matter of letting this thing burn down. It basically will smoke out the bees and make it safe to harvest this beehive. Now, I could do it just without making it safe, but then I'll have to fight these bees that are nearby, and it has the possibility of spawning war because it considers the hive being attacked. So, let's go ahead, do this instead. It is the safer way. Because this is something I was going to want to do eventually anyway, and with it about to be winter, I won't really be able to do it after today until spring comes. So, with the fortuitous, moment of that being there, we'll let that do it. Now, it's going to take 15 minutes of real time for that to actually be done. So I'm going to go ahead and do some other things in the interim. I'm going to go ahead and grab these blueberries, for example, and be done with that. Let me go ahead and put this guy back here in that general area. Let's go ahead. We're probably going to harvest some more of this stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, going to keep doing my maintenance type things, and be back ever so shortly with a little bit more. I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, so we are back. The pyre has burned down, which means it should now be entirely possible to raid the beehive. Nice and safe-like. And don't worry, the ashes will go away eventually. There we go. Alright, we lucked out. We got 3 bee larvae, which is exactly how many we need for the task at hand, unless my memory is wrong. It is entirely possible my memory is wrong. But I believe, yep, 3. 3 is the exact number we need. Excellent. Let's go ahead. We're going to grab ourselves 10 of these guys while we're here. 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's go ahead and get it started in here. So we want a bee skep. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of put it right on the corner here, because as you can see, it's got a big old range, and I might do some more stuff like over this way in a little bit, and I kind of would want it to catch those as well. So let's go ahead and get these in there. And then I can go into something a little bit more important. Alright, so we got that. Let me go ahead and pull up my status here. So obviously I survived. I did end up with a single point of nerve damage, which normally I would just leave alone because it's like, okay, 1 point out of my, what, couple hundred? Yeah, not a big deal. Except it, it does impact my intelligence by a point. Now, the only way to get rid of that is to get those ancient roots, so I'll just kind of have to check on those periodically and hope. But for the interim, let's finish getting the bee skep all set up. So I need 2 boards, 2 blocks, and we will be done. Now, the beehive does several important things. So the bee skep is what they call it. I really wish I could just call it a beehive because much easier, because that's what it bloody is. It's just an artificial hive is all. So it will affect flowering plants, which is everything I have over here, but not the barley that's over here. That doesn't count. That's why I haven't bothered putting it over there. And it produces both honey and wax based on the flowers that it helps. So its quality does affect it, but it functions more like a soft cap. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Quality 19. I wasn't too concerned. Because it's really just a very minor soft cap. If I had, like 100 quality plants growing here, it might be like, oh, here your honey is in the high 80s, that type of thing. So yeah, I survived. I managed to survive the snake bite and ended up with a little bit of nerve damage. I took care of the rest of the stuff over the course of a few days here, repeatedly applying the leeches so that we got over and over again. Okay, they are all drained again until I had all of the blunt trauma and the bump taken care of, and those leech burns just kind of converted themselves and was fine. So we managed to survive that. It might be advantageous for us to try hunting soon, but that also is the kind of thing where I think we should probably wait till spring. We don't have much time left. As you can see on our little image here, not only is this the last day of fall, the sun is going down. So we don't have very much time to do anything fall related before we get out of here. Oh, look at that. There's actually... Where is it? Is it over here somewhere or something? Come around this side. I can't quite see it. I do see it on the mini-map here, though. Oh, okay, right there. It was behind my, my things there. So our tree is grown, as we should be able to see here. Bing, quality 28. I can go ahead and cut these 2 down, but despite the mound making it so that the winter stuff doesn't work, I've noticed that the trees still don't grow in winter, even if they're in the effect of a mound, so we're not too concerned about that at the moment. We should be concerned about trying to get a new pot, though. So we probably want to worry about getting a new potter's wheel, because this is only quality 19, which is going to seriously impact our pot quality. But let's see if we can find exactly where all that stuff is. Here we go. Potter's wheel. 6 boards, 18 blocks, 5 stone, 10 clay, 1 rope. So the rope shouldn't be too hard. The clay isn't hard at all. We got like quality 30 clay nearby. The blocks and the wood, I mean, we can basically take from these other trees. I think this is what, 21? Ooh, come here. Come. Yeah. I think this is a 21 tree, right? Yeah, and what was our, that's not the thing I want. This. Okay, so we're going to need a new bone saw. We're going to need a new saw if we want to get better quality boards. So we'll want that. But the stone. The stone is the thing that's going to be our big problem. And in order to get stone, of better quality than 10, we are going to need to go underground. And fortunately, this is something that we will be able to do over the winter. So it's not like it is something we have to do this exact second. But so let's focus on the saw first. Fortunately, we have a bunch of relatively good quality bones sitting around here, like these. 132, I've got multiple of them. This is the only reason I'm willing to use the 132, is because there are more of them so that we can repeat this again later. And of course, the other thing we need for such a task is a bow. So we will use our highest quality bow, 28. And let's take a quick peek at our skills. So this is going to be based off survival. So we might want to bump... we'll bump it up a little bit. We don't have a whole lot. We might want to do some more stuff to bump up our survival, though, before we get to this, because that's going to soft cap it. And let's take a quick peek here at what it is. It's probably Dex. Oh, it's Int. Alright, so our suffering -1 Int is going to affect this as well. Oh, yeah, we need to bump up our Int as well. Alright, so we want a high Int, and we need more survival. So do we have any food currently that is going to give us better intelligence? Do we have any brain food? That is not the food. Here we go. The answer to that is no. We have Psyche, and if I were to split those, that Psyche would become Dex. And we have Strength, but none of the food in there is good for Int. What about over here? What about over here? Not really, because even that bear meat is gonna be Strength. We have Moose Antlers, that's not helping. What about over here? You guys. Golden Eagle meat, I don't know what that does. Bat, I think, is Psyche. Bear is more Strength. Bear is more Strength. Bear, bear. What else do we got? Rat is Psyche. What about you? More bear and bat. Alright. Squirrel is Squirrel Int. I think Squirrel is. But there's only one. Eggs are Constitution. Although I think there's a way I can boil them to make them Perception. Chicken, of course, that I have in my inventory here that I really need to put away, is Dex. I don't really want to get into any of these like high-end foods yet because they have just way more than cause I would feel like I was wasting them. Maybe not that one, the pumpkin stew, but then again that doesn't have the int. So there's a little int on the leaky fowl. So let's take a look at what we can make and try and see if anything here. Ooh, I do want to make marrow cakes at some point, though. That'll be good for our decks. But let's see, right now, Int, right there, blueberry pie. Didn't I just pick a blueberry? We might want to make some blueberry pie. Green leaf pie? I mean, that's more con than anything, but might be worth making. Grub pie, no. Alright. Meat pie. I mean, I know that the meat pie is affected by the meat, but I don't have enough squirrel to do it, so no big thing there. Bark bread, no, no. Int +2 and will. Oh, that's the dream cookies. I don't have the stuff to make those. Int +1 linseed loaf. I mean, I do have a bunch of flax seeds around, but don't know about that one. Mushroom and onion pierogi. Nope, that's Dex. Int +1, 2. Onion bread might be useful. We might want to make some onion bread. It gives a bunch of agility too, which I think is one of my lower stats. It is actually my second lowest stat behind charisma. That might be worth doing. Yeah, look at that. Water, flour, and onion. Okay, let's make some of that. I do want to put some of this stuff aside for the moment, though. So let's move you guys. I don't need those in there. Boop, boop. Yeah, let's get some of this stuff just sorted a little bit. I'll put these over here with the ones I just took out of the chickens that I slaughtered. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. They're rough. They're in that same ballpark quality wise. The mushroom we'll put away. I should really go get those blueberries, shouldn't I? I should before it ticks over into winter. All right. We will be back just a moment. Let me get things sorted a little bit, and we will start cooking. All right. I have gone out. I have gotten myself a full inventory of forageables that are useful. A little disappointed that all of the blueberries are quality 10, but it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and start sorting some of this stuff out. We will bake a few things, and we will get a few other details out of the way. Let me put those in there. I don't suppose I can stack these, can I? No, unfortunately not. How about the blueberries? Nope, they won't stack either. Unfortunate, but true. However, the box that we left out appears to have been emptied. So hopefully it was the correct person that came along and got the crab meat offering that we left them. But now that means we can bring this inside and make use of it for our own purposes rather than just kind of having, it hang out there waiting for somebody to pick the stuff up. So let's go put this down. We will probably toss in the remaining mushrooms. You might be wondering why I have like all those roots and stuff. That's because there's something else I want to do too. Oops, that was not even remotely what I wanted. I wanted to do that and there. Let's see, can we? Yeah, we should be able to do that. Right? Right like that. If I. Dang it. Alright. Rotate and move. There we go. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and toss in the mushrooms. That's the remaining mushrooms. You know what? We're going to go ahead and put the blueberries in for the moment. Because before we quite get... Oh, geez, that's not even enough for all the mushrooms. All right, so how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough. Not quite enough. What do I have laying around? I don't think I have any additional laying around is the problem. Alright, a little bit of lag there. Yeah, I don't think there's any more laying around because I think I used it all up trying to do something else. You know what? The tough root counts. I know that counts. I don't care about quality on this. So that's 7. Ooh, 8, 9, 10. That's how many I need. Excellent. So we're going to come over here real quick before we get to our bacon. Gonna hop on this guy and we're gonna craft ourselves up a bit of rope. Go ahead and make that. Like I said, quality doesn't matter. So we will just make that however it is. There we go. Excellent. I just kind of want to have that on hand for what we're going to be doing after we start our cooking. Come on. Okay, so let's see. We are actually going to want most of our blueberries. We're going to want 8 of them so that we can make ourselves our blueberry pies. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. We actually have 6 left over, which is not enough for another full batch, but you know what? Not bad. Oh yeah, I can always use the straw to make the twine to do this too. Blueberry pie. Now, of course, we only have barley for flour, so we're not getting a choice there. But I think that's going to up the con on it, if anything. Let's go ahead and hit craft all. We'll go ahead and craft these guys up, which will give us a little discovery bonus because we have not made this dough before. We will load up our oven, get it going, and then we will move on to our next little thing. And I might do some green leaf pies as well. I'm thinking about that at least. That'll be a second batch though. Really quick here, get you guys right in there. Like so. Let's go ahead, get our typical, actually, how many of these do I have? If I have 4, that'll do. I have 4. There we go. I'm not pushing the quality as absolutely high as I can get it, but that should suffice. Oh yeah, I can pull my flask out. I wanted that one more item, so I ended up grabbing, putting that into my belt since the other things were in my hand. Give me those. Thank you. And let's get this lit and move on. So I'm thinking that we need to approach one of the other things we're having slight quality issues with as far as growing trees is concerned. And it'll affect other things too, like it'll actually affect the cooking here and stuff as well. And that is water. Now we have a source of good water nearby, but that is limited by our survival. It is hard capped by our survival skill. Since we have a quality source nearby, however, it might behoove us to build a well, because the well will have its rating based on wherever the location is, whatever the water location would be there, even if it's not a spot that has water, you build it on the ground. However, it is not hard capped by survival, so it'll be whatever it is, and there are ways to improve it. So, but the thing is that the quality of the well doesn't matter at all. Are you the alabaster? You are basalt. I wanted the alabaster. You're the alabaster? Yeah. There we go. Let's grab 9. There we go. That should do. Let's grab our little plow here to make things a little easier. And what I'm going to do is, since we know that somewhere near that lake is where the best water is going to be, unfortunately we don't know exactly where, I figure that putting the well close to the lake is going to be a good idea. We don't know where it is, and unfortunately, once you're on land, the only way to tell the quality of the water is to actually build a well and to just do it. So we're going to put the well in the corner here. But first, let's get it paved, and then we will get it started. Now, the thing about the wells is that the amount of material they use is actually variable. It varies depending on the depth of the water table in the place that you put the well. This has no relation whatsoever to the quality of the water. So, pretty much, unless you're just looking for cheap water somewhere, trying to detect the level of the water table is pointless. There's a way to do it. You can do it with, is it this item? No, it's somewhere in here. There's a thing that's a dowsing rod. You can make a dowsing rod and do it. Doesn't matter, however. So, we're just going to be like, this is where the well is going to go, and whatever needs to go in it is what's going to need to go in it. So we're just going to make this area with the little alabaster. I wanted to do something different than all the red we've been using. And I figure the white is going to be a good contrast to it. I probably could have done the basalt, but I don't know where that came from, honestly. So let's do that, and let's see about the well. Well. Somewhere there was the well. Where was the well? Always a thing of try to find where the heck it got put. There it is. Well, all right. So as you can see, this is the default. Like if the water table is as absolutely, shallow as it can be, that is the amount that it takes. However, that is almost never actually the amount that it takes. Can we rotate you? Yeah, I kind of want the thing facing that way. So we're going to put you right there. You want to leave a little bit of space around it. And this is the actual result. So we're going to need 192 stone and the 39 rope. We're going to put this rope in so that we have the spot. There we go. It is reserved. Now remember, the quality of the well itself doesn't matter, so I can just grab any old stone and all it's going to do is affect the color. So we will get back to that as we have time. I'll probably end up building that mostly off camera, but I wanted to show you the placement and to explain how it worked. So the next thing on the list is we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to make some of this green leaf pie. So that is 4 of those per. I don't think I have the stuff for it. I don't think I have enough. I think that's going to not quite be enough to make as much as I want, is it? The dusk ferns can be used. I'd prefer not to. Do I have any more of those leaves around? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, we're going to have 3 of these left over, and we're only going to make 3. Oh well, it's a thing. We'll make it. We'll just leave it like that and call it good. And I believe somewhere around here I had more of these seeds. It does give us more lettuce seeds to work with, but not like we're really expanding that at the moment. There we go. I knew I had some around here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this dough made up, and then there is time between the the pies that are in there being done and the fuel running out, so we'll be able to reload that in between and not have to make another annoying firebrand. So let's go ahead, let's make... I don't have all the ingredients. Oh, I'm running out of flour. And all that extra barley that I just harvested went to the chickens. Okay, so can I stack you somehow? Oh, good. I can stack you as leaves. Alright, so I guess we won't be making the green leaf pie this time around. And we won't be making any other baked goods for that matter. I think... Yeah, alright, so I'm going to wait for those to be done. I will eat some blueberry pie, and then we will make our new saw and call that an episode. Be back in just a few minutes when our pie is ready. Alright, our pie is ready. Da-da-da-da! Alright, let's go and eat up, make our new saw, same as the old saw, and let's see how far we get. Alright, so attributes, good, good, good. Hopefully we get a few points. Let's see exactly how it turned out. Oh, okay, the barley added strength. That's not bad. Int is still our highest, so that's good. Let's go ahead and eat. Nom nom nom. Int. Int. I'm losing stuff. Perception. Perception. Alright, that's not bad. 2 points of int, 2 points of perception. It's too bad we're still down a point, but whatever. We still actually have more of these bones. The only reason I'm really entertaining doing this right now as it is. So let's go ahead and see what we get out of it. Bam. A level 51 bone saw. Not terrible. Definitely not terrible. Alright, let's go ahead and just kind of drop our 10 in there. We have our 51, which will let us get better boards. Because remember, the quality of the saw affects the quality of the boards in both directions. But that is going to do it for this episode. We have bees, which means we will be getting wax and honey. We have started work on a well that I will probably finish up either in between or in the next episode. And we now have our new saw. We ran ourselves out of flour. And that is about it. Winter is about to hit. The sun is going down on the final day of fall. And there we are. So, until next time, have a good one.